What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Is Workhorse stock a buy or should you wait? That's what we're going over today. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So the first thing I want to go over is their stock price. In the last 3 months, you can see they've clearly been on an uptrend. They dipped down to around 250 here, 240, and then they spiked all the way up to 21.61 here on July 2nd. After that, they kind of maintained here around $14 to $17 for the last 3 weeks or so. But why is there so much hype around Workhorse? Well, if we scroll down here, we can see what the company is all about. So it says here, Workhorse engages in designing and build performance battery electric vehicles and aircraft. Now, that's not implying they're making planes and things like that, although they might be, and I'm not aware of it, but I think this is referring to their drones that they have. They're planning on using drones from their trucks to deliver packages straight to the house. So rather than the delivery man having to walk up to your house, the drone would fly out of the back of the truck, pick up your box from the back of the truck and bring it to the front door or the backyard or the porch or wherever you would have the package delivered. And because a drone can fly much faster than somebody can walk, this would greatly decrease the time it takes at each stop, which means they could make more stops in a day, deliver more packages, and all around be a better delivery system. You can also see here, the firm operates in 2 divisions, automotive and aviation, which is their drones. And they have a medium-duty truck chassis marketed under the Workhorse brand. And the company was founded in 2007, so they actually have somewhat of a history, and they're headquartered in Ohio. Unlike some of these other EV companies that are rising up, many of them are only in Asia right now, and they have yet to bring anything to the US. But one thing that a lot of investors are looking at is the potential to have a contract with USPS. Workhorse is currently working out a deal to potentially close on a contract with USPS. And if they did end up closing this deal, this would be very huge for Workhorse. Even without the contract, they're already planning to sell between 300 and 400 vans by the end of 2020. And I believe each van is worth $50,000, so you can do the math. 300 times $50,000. That's between $15 and $20 million right there, just by the end of 2020. A lot of these other EV companies as well don't have any sales or plans to make sales in the near future. Many of them don't even have prototypes yet, which really does put Workhorse ahead of the rest. And the reason why the USPS contract would be so huge for Workhorse is because they're a last mile delivery carrier. They're basically the last people to handle your order, and they bring it to your door. So when the delivery truck shows up to your door with your order, they're the ones who are doing that. And the reason this could be so huge is because an all-electric car, or van in this case, is much more efficient than a truck that's only getting 5 to 6 miles per gallon. The Workhorse electric van gets the equivalent of 40 miles per gallon. And because a delivery truck only goes about 17 to 18 miles a day, as is stated here, and they make 700 stops at mailboxes and houses, well, if you have an electric van that runs like a golf cart, if you've ever drove a golf cart, all you do is push the accelerator and it turns on and goes. Unlike a normal truck, you would have to turn it off and restart it each time, or leave it running, which would really cause the trucks to break down quicker. It's really similar to like a police car. A lot of police cars, they just sit and idle all day. And so if you were to buy a used police car and it only had 50,000 miles, and all those miles on the engine maybe made it only average 1 mile per hour, when you compare the time it's driving to the time it's sitting there just idling. So because these would run like a golf cart, and every time you push the accelerator, the van starts up. It might not be exactly like that, but if it's similar to that, you're saving a lot of money on constantly having the vehicle idle and spending gas to have it sit there idle. Besides the fact that they're an electric vehicle, they also have goals to use drones like I mentioned earlier. So the drone would fly up out of the back of the truck and bring your order directly to the door or wherever it'd be delivered. And with the whole illness going around, people are more interested in having their packages delivered touchless, which would be very beneficial when you have a drone delivery system, like Workhorse is planning on doing. And it says that they're looking to have this in operation within 2 years rather than 5 years, what was originally expected. And not only does Workhorse have the drone delivery system in mind, which they're planning to implement within the next 2 years, but they're also one of 4 remaining participants bidding for the USPS contract. And not only are they one of 4 remaining, they're the only all-electric option, which gives them a real advantage, because everything is seeming to move to electric these days because of advantages with the environment and saving on fuel costs and all the extra bonuses that come with that. Lastly, not only are they in the running for the USPS contract, but they're also planning on making 2,000 to 3,000 new vehicles per year for the near future. That's a pretty big jump when you're going from 300 to 400 this year to 2,000 to 3,000 next year and for the future years after that. It really does give them quite an edge over their competition. Also, if you look at what analysts predict that the stock is worth, they predict it's worth anywhere from $21 up to $30 currently. And right now it's only trading between $15 to $16, which means it's pretty undervalued according to many analysts. Here's something else to check out as well. If you've ever heard of this website, it's called Robintrack. It tracks the volume compared to the price of the stock on Robinhood. So you can see here when the stock spiked up around $20 to $22 or so, that was when the majority of the volume happened. The green line here is volume. And even though the stock price dropped from $20 and it dropped down to $15 and it keeps bouncing around $15 to $16, the volume is maintaining pretty steadily. Not many people are buying in or selling, which is kind of a good sign. It means people have some belief in Workhorse and that they have a foreseeable future. Personally, I think Workhorse is going to be worth quite a bit more money in the future, especially once they get the drone delivery system going and if they secure the USPS contract. You could easily expect their stock price to double or even triple if they secure something like that. So I'll let you guys kind of be the judge of whether you think Workhorse is undervalued, overvalued, or if they're at a good price right now. Leave me a comment if you have any shares of Workhorse or if you're planning to buy any Workhorse in the future here. Also, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be happy to answer any questions you guys have. And don't forget to sign up for Webull if you haven't already. You get 2 free stocks, one when you sign up and one when you deposit $100. Also sign up for Robinhood if you haven't already, which I'm sure most of you guys have Robinhood, but if you haven't, sign up for that as well and you'll get a free stock. Make sure you smash the like button and hit the subscribe and notification bell. And with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.